Brave Hero of Uthuwankande Soora Saradiyel. Long ago, in the lush hills of Kegalle, stood the misty mountain of Uthuwankande. In a small village at its foot, a strong and kind young man named Saradiyel was born. He grew up hearing stories of injustice. He helped farmers plow fields, carried heavy loads for elders, and shared his food with hungry travelers. People often said, "That boy is strong as a bull and kind as a monk." As he grew older, Saradiyel saw how the British rulers and corrupt village headmen taxed the poor and punished the innocent. He couldn't stand to see his people suffer. Saradiyel thought, "They take from those who have nothing. This is not justice." One day, Saradiyel saw a soldier beating an old man who couldn't pay his taxes. Unable to bear it, he stepped forward and stopped the soldier. Saradiyel said, "Leave him alone. You have no right to hurt our people." The crowd gasped. Saradiyel had just defied the British. The British officers were furious. They declared Saradiyel an outlaw and sent soldiers to capture him. He fled into the thick forests of Uthuwankande, where no soldier dared to go. From that day on, he became known as Uthuwankande Soora Saradiyel, the hero of the hills. In the forests, Saradiyel met other men who had suffered under injustice. Together, they formed a band of freedom fighters. Their mission was simple: to steal from the rich and help the poor. Saradiyel told them, "We fight not for gold, but for fairness." Saradiyel's axe became a legend. He would stop wealthy caravans on lonely roads, take their gold, and then secretly leave food and money at poor villagers' doors by dawn. Villagers would whisper, "Saradiyel came last night. He saved us." The British couldn't catch him. Every time they sent soldiers, Saradiyel and his men vanished into the mountains. He became a hero in every home and a nightmare for the rulers. A frustrated British officer would shout, "Find him! No one can mock the empire." Saradiyel was clever. Sometimes he dressed as a monk or traveler to move through towns unnoticed. He always treated monks and villagers with the highest respect. A monk once warned him, "Son, your path is dangerous." Saradiyel replied, "But my heart is true, Hamuduruwane." But not everyone admired Saradiyel. A greedy informer, tempted by the British reward, secretly sought out a soldier. The informer whispered, "He hides near Mawanella. You'll find him there," as coins exchanged hands. At dawn, the British surrounded Saradiyel's hideout. Gunfire echoed through the valley. Saradiyel and his closest friend, Mamale Marakar, fought bravely side by side. They fought for justice, but after a fierce battle, Saradiyel was wounded and captured. The British tied him in chains and took him to Kandy. Even in court, he stood tall, his eyes calm and fearless. He was accused of robbery and rebellion. Saradiyel spoke boldly to the judge, "If helping the poor is a crime, then I stand guilty with pride." The judge declared, "Saradiyel will be executed for his crimes." On a quiet morning, Saradiyel was led to the gallows. He looked up at the sky and smiled, saying, "My soul belongs to this land. One day, others will rise for freedom." After his death, people across the island mourned and sang songs of his bravery. True heroism is not in power, but in standing for what is right. For justice and compassion, Saradiyel became not just a man, but a legend.